Alright guys, today we are going to be doing a carburetor on a snapper lawnmower. It's got a 550e ex Briggs and Stratton motor on it. Here's the models and such. There. Alright. Any of the parts that I use I will put in the description below. Let's get this thing lined up. Alright, any of the parts I use, I'll put in the description below. You know, anything you might need for this. It's a pretty easy job. Pop the air filter out. This guy has been mowing sand or something. It's dirty. You're going to have two 8mm bolts here and here that need to be removed. Now you've got those 8mm out, and you still have the 8mm on your ratchet. You've got 1, 2, 3. Take those out. We're going to take this cover up off of here and get it out of the way. This is just so that you can get to the carburetor linkages and stuff more easily. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and get the 7mm. There's 2 bolts right there. Remove those. Just pull straight on out. There's going to be a tube on the back. Just pops right off of there. This guy just pulls right off. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and grab some pliers, and we're going to squeeze this clamp that's right here. You can use regular pliers. Any old pliers will do, really. I just happen to have these right here. You're going to give the fuel line a twist. That'll break it free from the carburetor a little bit. We're going to pull the fuel line off. I got it squeezed so it doesn't leak. I'm using the clear bottle. Most of the water's out. There is some in there, but I just want to have the clear bottle so I can tell what kind of gas he's got in it, if there's any water in it, stuff like that. We're going to completely empty this tank and dry the tank out. I use air. I blow through it and get all the gas out of it. Okay, so the gas looked fine. We're gonna go ahead and pull this carb straight out. I don't know if you can see that there's twists in these. These are like little S turns on these guys. So we're gonna turn this up like this and pull this cable straight out the back of it. So that one's off. That's the choke. This when the engine heats up, it pushes the choke to the off position. And then the throttle arm, twist it this way and come off. You see how it's an S turn on that as well. And it all pops right off. And then we're going to be doing the carburetor. So you've got 2 7mm bolts on the bottom. We're going to take those 2 out. There should be gas running out of this pretty good. There's a little bit in there, but I'm not getting a lot of gas. So that's telling me that the needle valve might be clogged. Oh, there's some gas going out. But still, that's not a bowl's worth. It's just a little bit. So that's something we're going to want to be paying attention to, is the needle valve. Make sure it's getting the gas. Now, I've got them out, but before I pop this bowl off here, I'm going to rinse all this loose dirt off. Try to keep as much dirt out of the carburetor as possible. Alright, so now we're going to take a flathead screwdriver. Just going to kind of force it up in here to this area here between the bowl and the carburetor. Let's see if I can get it. It's hard to do it with this camera kind of right where it is. There we go. Let's get in there, pry it, pop it free. I had gas in there. see any water in the bottom of the bowl. Nothing major. Let's see. The jet looks pretty clean too. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pop the float off. Get this jet out of here. Get the screwdriver up in between. Just give it a little pry. Alright. So here comes the good tricks here. This is 14 karat gold testing solution. It's got the green top. I've used all the different ones. This is the one that works. Some of them will eat the brass or the aluminum. Some of them won't work at all. I've tried mixing my own acids. I've fucked up some seriously expensive carburetors doing that. So this is the stuff. I'll put it in the description below. Just gonna put a drop or two right here. Get that jet to boil out. When that's done boiling, we're gonna tilt it up. Put a drop or two here. This is an acid. It will burn your skin. It will blind you. Don't get it in your eyes. Wear safety goggles. Wear vinyl gloves. A couple drops right in here to get the back side of this jet down on the bottom here. There's some tar in there. That black lump that just kind of came out of there. So now I'm going to take a can of carb cleaner and put straw in it, and that's what I'm going to use to blow these all out. I'm going to rinse gently at first just to get the acid out. We don't want that in our eyes or anything like that. If you look here, the side, you see that dark color? That means that there's something in there, and you want to rinse it out. Put the straw inside. Look, and see it's already kind of moving around in there. That rinsed out. That rinsed out. That rinsed out. It went right back in here again. This does come apart. When you got something like that in there, you got to get it out. So get this in here, put it in here, on the other side, just get this pried apart. Like this. There. And then we got that goo in there somewhere. I don't know where it went. But we're going to rinse all this out again. It's in there. We're going to rinse this out again. There it goes. It just kind of came tumbling out. That was what was stopping it from running. Was that. And we'll make sure this is clean too. Make sure this jet's clean. Alright, then we're going to pop this back together. This. Get that squeezed together. You need both hands. I need to get it on this side of the camera. Alright, so we got all that cleaned out. We're going to rinse off the bowl real good, needle valve, or the float needle valve real good. Then we're going to rinse out the inside of this really good. We're going to pay special attention to this hole here. It's not really letting anything out of it, so we have to, there it goes, went the other way. Now it's letting stuff out of it. That was clogged as well, so that was keeping it from getting the gas. And then we've got the bowl, make sure that's good rinsed out. Then we can basically assemble everything. Very simple carburetor to clean. This whole engine's easy to work on. Coil's easy to get to. And that's 99% of what your problems are going to be is carburetor or coil. That float in, and then the needle valve. Just going to kind of get it in the float. Don't worry about getting it in this part yet. Now that you got that in there, you got the needle valve in there. Sorry, I'm trying to. There we go. Clicks right in, and then the jet goes towards this rubber seal like this. You push that in until it clicks. There it is. It's all the way in. This looks fairly level. Everything looks good. Then we're going to put the bowl back on. It'll only go on one way. This has to go over this. It'll only go on one way. It won't fit the other way. Those are in place. Then the two long 7mm, the long ones go in the bottom of the bowl. Tighten them down. Okay, this is almost ready installed. If you look at the back, there's no O-ring inside of that. If you look at your engine, you'll find that there's an O-ring and keeper, the white part and the O-ring. You need both of them. Bring that back over your carburetor. So you're going to take the O-ring and put it in first. And then this, just like this. And then the white keeper goes in on top. Oh. Goes in on top, and it just clicks into place. Alright, so the throttle arm is this one back here. It's going to go into this first. Just get a good twist and it's in there. And then you got your choke arm. It's going to go into this. Right? Yeah, that one right there, I think. Is that the right one? Yeah. Like that. See, it's on there now. And then you're gonna line this up with this little slot here. Line up the back, and you're just gonna push it all the way in until it seals. If I can get this lined up. So it's all the way back. And then you're going to put your hose back on. Your clamp back in place. Before you get any further, we're going to go ahead and put gas in the tank so that we can watch and see if this leaks anywhere. Gas in the tank now. We're going to watch and look for any leaking, it'll come out of the mouth of the carburetor. This would have already started leaking. It's looking good to me. Okay, now we're going to put the recoil back on in place. That it's going to be the 3 bolts with the shafts on them. Tighten them down. Now we're going to get this in, get the tube set into place first. Just pops right in. Get this onto this side of that. You got two studs on the back sides, like here and here. They'll line up where they go. Now you've already got the 8mm on from doing the recoil. So we're going to do the 8mm first. I'm going to pop them here. And here. Get them on. Get them tightened down. There and there. We got the two 7mm go here and here. Get them in, get them started. And then tighten them down. Unfortunately, I don't have a new air filter for this guy. So if you don't have one yourself, I'll put them in the description below. But you can just blow these out. It's usable again. I'm going to see if I got a better, cleaner one, just to give them something better. But you could use that again. Don't use any gas to clean this or any liquids at all. It'll just saturate the paper and it'll never work again. Couldn't find a better one for him, but he's fine. It'll run. I'll order a new one for him. Put that back on. It's ready to go. Let's see if it runs. He's got this thing running at freaking 1,000,000 miles an hour. So I'm going to have to check that out. It's smoking like crazy. He must have had it upside down. I have to check that out. But fired up, first pull, runs. I think the smoke is he's had this on its side or something. It's vibrating like crazy. I'd have to say that his blades are probably it's got Christmas wrapping and all kinds of stuff going on, and the blades are banged up bad. So I'm gonna have to sharpen and balance them. But if this helped you guys out in any way, shape, or form, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I will put any of the parts you need in the description below. If you want to do any advertising through my channel, message me. Be more than happy to have you. Peace.